Okay, I'm recording now, so don't say nothing stupid.
Really?
Or nothing at all.
How
or
about
nothing
this?
at all.
Episode 117,
It is 117.
coming attractions right now.
Okay, press the goddamn button.
We're hanging out. We're making hits. We're drinking drinks. Peekskillmugs. We're shooting darts. Shooting the shit. You know we're talking sports. Ray, Brian, Phil, Jack. Peekskillmugs.
Yo, what's up, guys? The Mugs are back at it. Episode 117. Coming at you from Chuck and Oli's. One of our favorite
Your workplace.
Whoa.
What's going on here? Oh!
We got a
What's
guest.
up?
We got a
guess.
This is not staged.
Come on down.
Let me borrow this real quick. Jack doesn't need this.
No, I don't need
No.
You know, I was just walking by and saw you
This
guys
is a
with
friend
some
of ours.
microphones. You know.
This is John
It's our buddy
O'Reilly.
John.
So guys, how you doing? I'm just stopping in with these boys just to kind of give everyone a heads up. We've got a whiskey tasting going on at Whiskey River on Division Street. For any of you guys who haven't been there, we have a really nice whiskey list. All this is curated by Nathaniel Gurr, who is leading the event. It's going to be a private ticketed event on Wednesday night, September 18th. Doors are at 6 o'clock, and that's going to cover 5 pours with passed and paired food. So if any of you guys are
Are
interested
you going to be working that night?
I'm definitely going to be on that night. Ronan's going to be there. Nathan's going to walk us through everything. Nice, like, closed, private, intimate event. Really nice. Anyone who's interested in whiskey, if you already know quite a bit about it or you want to learn some, Nathan is the guy to sit down with. So he's going to be putting us through, we've got 5 pours coming from 5 different countries, whiskeys of the world, and it's going to be a really nice night. So if you guys are interested, come in, stop by. We've got tickets at Whiskey River, or you can call over the phone.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
I don't know the phone number off the top of my head, Jack. You put me on that one. Everything.
What's your
I've got
phone
it,
number?
I've got it
Have you
on
ever
Google.
called yourself?
I've
No.
got it on Google Maps.
I don't even know my house number.
No, I never call myself. I don't know my number.
I have 4 phone numbers that I remember, and they're all from
What's the
1982.
name of the place again, and what's the address?
Name of the place is Whiskey River, and that is 38 North Division Street in Peekskill.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
freaking
it's a really
awesome.
nice night. It's
That
the
sounds
second
awesome.
tasting that we're doing this year. We had a really nice response from the first one, and Nathan really is excellent. We actually just won Best Whiskey List from Westchester Magazine. That's for a list that's curated by Nate. And
Nice.
this is probably the 4th or 5th list that has been professionally recognized by Nate. He has a
Does
he
he
has a
get,
habit of
like,
doing this.
Carte blanche to go find whiskeys around and bring them in?
Yeah, no,
Like
he's
Cynthia. They'll be
Yep.
like, hey, bring them in, bring them in.
no, he's definitely the man. He's the one.
All
He gets to make whatever decisions he wants. I'm sure there's probably a limit on exactly how much he can spend, but we do have a few unicorns, as they're called, on our shelf.
Gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
things like George T. Stagg.
Very, yeah.
We got the Redbreast 27. These are hard things to come by. So any big whiskey or bourbon drinkers out there, we'll be doing some Irish, some Scottish, and likely some Japanese as well. So if this sounds like something you'd be interested in, then stop in, give us a call. Tickets are moving, so don't wait too long.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
All right, boys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks
Now
for
get
coming
to
out.
work. Now get to work.
All right, John Riley, go down to Whiskey River and start
Be good.
working.
See you, boys.
Thank you.
That was Whiskey
was.
River's John O'Reilly, #1 bartender there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're all great
My
up there.
former neighbor. We have a great picture together, actually. We lived in Chateau Reeve in Peekskill, and it was a big snowstorm. It was like that. I said, hey, I got a bunch of beer. So we shoveled out, and we just sat in the courtyard, and we're just drinking beer. And
That's
people were like,
great.
you guys are crushing it
Actually,
right now. And
actually,
they're-
you know what's crazy? If you go back to like episode 46, you will actually see us filming at Whiskey River.
yeah.
Oh, right, the
Was it
one I
Port-
called in sick at.
Yes,
the one where the
Yeah,
guy we
check,
fired.
check that one
The
out.
guy we fired
we fired Brian.
because he couldn't do the. We
I ain't saying
fired
nothing.
him.
Nothing, honey.
But remember, we fired Brian, and then the song had Brian in it, and we had to hire another Brian.
We did.
We did.
And we did hire another Brian.
Yep.
And he's good. And we miss you, Brian.
We
We
love
do.
him.
Both you, Brian.
We love both
Yep.
Brian's.
And
We do.
Phil.
And Phil.
All right. This sun is starting to kill me. What are
Yeah,
we
it
talking
is.
about today?
Well, we have a Mount Rushmore.
We do.
It took a
And-
while to come up with.
It always takes a while to come
It
up
does, but we were just sitting here at the bar or a bar.
No,
maybe
it's,
not
it's
here.
called a production meeting.
That
Yes.
would be a production meeting, and
We have
came up.
production meetings.
Meetings. We got like 6 a week.
They're
And
diligent.
it's called happy hour.
And
day drinking.
it's kind of like a Mount Rushmore of sorts, because whatever.
Well, I'll segue into this. Yeah, we're always trying to come up with something
That we
original.
haven't done before.
Something original. We've done so many things. But
Yeah, 117 of them.
yeah. So
Yes, it's on our YouTube page and our
I-
Instagram page eventually. Sorry.
Peekskillmugs.
I forgot. I
Fo-
always forget to plug. And everyone's
follow-
like, you got to plug it.
Follow,
they know.
comment,
Maybe
5
they
little
don't.
stars.
But
They
it's,
know.
it's one new.
Just tell us we suck. I'll take anything
Yes,
at this
please.
point.
Yep.
Um,
So would I.
Any publicity is good publicity.
yes,
Exactly.
I'll take any of it.
But what do you think? What do you,
Well, okay, so
what
now-
what
so
what did we come up with?
Well, we're sitting there struggling, and I stumbled upon an advertisement. There is a documentary coming out. It's actually a 90-minute documentary style movie about the life of Gary Coleman, and it's actually airing on August 29th. These fuckers should be paying me right now. They're not, but
Wait, why?
August 29th on the NBC Peacock Network. It's a 90-minute documentary about Gary Coleman's life. And
Well,
you
give
know-
us a background on Gary Coleman. Like, who is he?
Gary Coleman was basically a superstar child actor from the 1980s. Grew up with him. I mean,
You grew up with him?
I grew up. I felt like I know him.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
we were tight,
Yep.
But no, I mean, I was just a baby. But so I was like super little when Different Strokes was on. I think it might even aired like, Jesus, I
It
didn't
had a
look
good
that up.
7-year run. I think it was like from 78
Like
to
78,
about
I wanna say.
84, 85.
Right? So I mean,
Yeah.
I was like a baby. But
And
still,
Sam ruined it
well,
when
the
they brought
reruns.
Sam
But
in.
we'll get to that shit. We'll get to
We
that
will.
I
shit.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, we're gonna. Have
But
a
we
fucking
are going to do our favorite.
So yes. Long
Yes.
story short, hey, your favorite fucking child actors of all time.
Because we all know that you have one.
And I'm
Or
shocked
two.
that I remember it because I
Like-
was a little fuzzy that night.
Yeah.
And
Like my ex-wife Kate, her favorite childhood was Kurt Russell from the
Oh.
Disney movies.
Oh, yeah,
he
teenager-
did, he did get an early start.
He did.
Teenager in computer shoes or
Yeah.
computer and teenage.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm
So-
not that old.
So are you going to knock this off
Well, you want to
first?
kick it off? I
You-
feel like yours are going to be better.
Mine? You want me to go?
I'll go.
All
You'll go?
Go ahead.
Let's
You
get it
don't-
out of the
Where's
way.
your notes?
All right, so here it is. Maybe. So the Mount Rushmore is coming up. So obviously, that's the 4, and maybe overrated, underrated. But we take leniency.
We do.
It could be your favorite. They could be your least favorite.
Yeah.
It could be anything. Mine is a list. Well, I'll get to that. But yeah, it could be anything.
I'm excited about this because I feel like we're going to have a lot of diversity here.
I think so.
Oh, absolutely.
And, I definitely have an overrated and the hiccups.
You've
You've been
hiccups for like
hiccuping-
48 hours.
I still have the hiccups from last
48
night.
hours.
Yeah.
He was hiccuping
He didn't
on
move.
episode
This
116.
fucker
That's
didn't
true, I
move
was.
for 2 hours. All you did was this.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I was like, can I
Well, don't feel bad. All you can do is like stick a bayonet in me and hope
you
some
another
air
drink?
gets. Hope some air gets in there. I don't know. I think that's against the Geneva Conventions now.
It is.
Goodness.
oh, God.
Not well. I don't think Chuck's actually follows Geneva Convention.
All right.
Probably
just,
not.
just a live update on the Buffalo Bills game. The
Go
Bills
ahead.
are losing to Carolina 31-19.
Jesus.
Preseason.
Thank you, Kate.
Christ. All right.
All right, let's get
All
train
right,
wreck
let's get-
moving.
all right.
Let's
so
get to
I
this.
actually I made this list before I did the research, and I was surprised at some things, but this one just came out of nowhere. And the more I thought about it, I was like, hey, he wasn't like more of a supporting actor, And I'm hiccuping. Guess, goddamn you, I know I'm fucking hiccuping. I don't care. I'll hiccup more. But I'm gonna give this guy. I picked this guy. I want to pick this guy because I want to give credit where I think credit's due. So that being said, my number 4, I picked Jason Bateman,
Oh yeah.
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because this
This
You want me to tell him? Because you can't speak.
I'm speaking.
hiccup, motherfucker.
I'm singing to Nelson.
Cut the words down.
Fucking.
You won't hiccup.
I looked
Nuts.
him up after. This motherfucker was like acting since like 1981, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which would have made me like 2
He was
years
always
old.
a prick. And
what was he, a teenager at this point?
No, he was a fucking not even. He was a little kid.
What show?
He was on fucking Little House on the Prairie.
Was he
Like
really?
that
No
old.
shit.
Yeah.
Silver Spoons, I think.
Silver Spoons he was in.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a great one. And then he grow.
All right.
Yeah.
But here's why I picked him. Because he's one of those extremely rare exceptions where it's like, name one story where, Jason Bateman was, arrested for, sucking dick behind a dumpster for cocaine and then has a mugshot. He's never had it.
No.
I mean, he's just been
Well,
working steady.
I didn't report it.
And you're a better man for it. Nobody likes a fucking rat.
That's right.
Nobody likes a fucking rat.
okay.
So I had to pick him just for the sake of saying, hey, Jason, good for you. America loves you. You're America's sweetheart, and God bless you. So he deserves to be on that list.
That's
Absolute-
great. That's great. I
absolutely.
never even thought to put him on.
I just popped in there.
And next?
Number 3, Haley Joel Osment.
Oh,
All right. Now I picked him.
The Sixth Sense.
The Sixth Sense, and that's what he's known for. And there's a bird.
What was that?
Over, I don't know. It's
We're about to be.
scary
This might be
bird.
our last episode. I think we're being attacked from the woods.
But that bird's got the Sixth Sense. Probably because we said his
TW
name.
still
But,
has the hiccups.
and I still have the hiccups.
I
But
see dead people.
I picked him because of his performance in Forrest Gump. Okay.
Oh, he was.
Oh!
little
All right.
AIDS kid.
And then I was like, oh, yeah, he also did The Sixth Sense. But when I actually looked him up afterwards, after I already put his name
I
down,
love when he's watching cartoons.
I went on the IMDb, the Internet Movie
IMDb?
Date. Yeah.
IMDb?
I call it the
You
IMDb.
call it IMDb.
IMDb.
Wow.
The Internet Movie Database.
Yeah.
He's actually ranked number 1 out of 100 child actors.
Really?
Yeah, number 1 because of The Sixth Sense.
Sure.
So I was like, hey, Haley, dude, you're awesome, kid.
That's awesome. Good pick.
Now he's like a.
Now
Now he does like Sharknado movies and shit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
He's like, I think he's like, but
We're doing a
What?
fucking podcast in front of Chuck's and Peekskill.
Yeah.
And he's
Good job, Haley.
Yeah.
Yes. You're crushing it.
doing
We are.
slightly better. But
Come on next week. We'll talk about the dead people.
all right, now this next one. Oh, so help me God, you give me shit. So help me God.
Oh boy.
You might remember him
Him.
as Edward Furlong's best friend in Terminator 2,
Oh God! Don't say it.
but I remember him.
I do not know what you're talking about.
I know where you're
Oh,
going.
hang on. You might remember. You might also remember him from a little show on Nickelodeon called Salute Your Shorts.
How about different strokes? He
I
jumped the
remember
shark.
him from Different Strokes.
Oh,
When Mr. Drummond
Off the list.
got
Off the
remarried
list.
to Dixie Carter, along came Sam, who was just this little redheaded bastard because his father wasn't really around. Trivia question: who was his father?
Oh.
That guy who's the Gremlins guy's dad.
You got it. What's his name?
Jesus Christ. Winter.
did you just say his name was Jesus Christ?
No.
What was his name? The inventor.
His real name was Hoyt Axton.
Hoyt Axton.
And in Different Strokes,
Hoyt Axton.
he was a country
He was
singer.
a country singer.
And always on the
and
road.
he hooked up with Pearl. I think he banged Pearl.
Did he bang Pearl?
I think so.
That's awesome.
I might have blocked that out. Some of those episodes
It
were
was
heavy.
weird because they got back together. Not back together, but they, like, Dixie Carter, Philip's new wife, and Hoyt, they reconciled, but he wanted to bang Pearl. He liked the hips.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what, though. Look, here's the thing. You take all the fucking episodes of Different Strokes. I don't give a fuck what you say. The 2-part episode where Sam gets kidnapped.
I'm going to kill your parents.
That is legendary fucking 80s television. Different
about-
Strokes sent a message.
What about the one with the bike store?
the
guy?
bicycle store?
Gordon Jump.
That was his. Was that his?
That was his real name.
That was his real
but
name.
he was in WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was the same guy.
And then and he was in Growing Pains. He was the dad, and he was like he gave Dudley and Arnold scotch
and a bath
and
together,
and then
and took
and
pictures. He said, "Hey, you boys want to play Neptune, King of the Sea?"
Oh my God.
And this was on, But
right.
so here,
All right, can we move on?
I'm gonna move on to my number one, and this is where I'm going. It's kind of already been spoiled, but I gotta give it up for the king of fucking child actors, the all-time emperor of child actors, and that is Gary Coleman. Also from Different Strokes. It taught me how to live, man.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
It taught me right from wrong, you know?
sure.
Sure.
You know what episode I'm thinking about right now? He went out. Ed Too Tall Jones was in the episode. He was a Hall of Fame defensive lineman from the Dallas Cowboys, but he was doing Gary's doing a magic show. Gary Coleman, I call him Gary.
Sure.
Like you
Arnold.
know him.
And he went on the ledge of this penthouse apartment, like 76 feet in the air, or 76 stories. And he looked down and he freaked out, and Too Tall Jones had to like rescue
Yes.
him. Great episode.
They did some heavy shit, man.
Yeah, they did.
They tackled serious subjects. There was
Yeah, they
kidnapping,
did.
child molestation, fucking acid rain. Remember when Kimberly's hair turned green?
Yeah. But
Getting
Willis,
bullied at school.
oh, Willis did. Willis got bullied. I was going to say, like, the Spiders. I think it was called the Spiders. The gang that tried to get Willis to come in.
Do you
Dude, I live
I
in
don't
a fucking
remember that.
penthouse. I ain't.
Do you remember the name of the bully that never actually appeared on camera that used to
The
bully?
Gooch.
The Gooch. Cheers.
Wow, we are aging ourselves here.
I don't-
TW's
yeah.
not even that old.
Speaking of
I know, I'm
aging,
the baby of the group.
Yeah.
And I'm
Speaking
like,
of aging, I think I'm going to move on to mine,
go ahead, do it.
right? Or you want to go next?
No, you can go.
All right. I know I'm a little bit older than these guys, but I actually did take some, like 1989 Bart Simpson. He was definitely my favorite. Number 4.
I actually put him
Childhood.
on, but I said, yeah. But you're right. He's a child actor.
I suppose you
was.
could pick that, I guess.
Yes. And
But
you know
he-
what, you know
yeah.
what's crazy? The voice was by Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah, that's right.
So Bart was a female.
Yeah.
So
and
is
Still
Milhouse.
is.
He still is.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still does the voice.
Yeah.
Since 1989. That's a 35 seasons?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Bart Simpson's real name is Bartholomew Jojo Simpson.
Yep.
My number 3 is Fred Savage and Danica McKellar.
Oh, that's great.
From the
what
Wonder
about
Years.
Paul? You're leaving
They're
out Paul?
tied. You tied them?
Well, yeah, I tied them together because they were boyfriend, girlfriend. It was Kevin Arnold and Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper.
I never
What's the
liked
name of your
Winnie.
dog?
Winnie Cooper. And how about Chris Barnes, who played Tanner in the 1976 movie The Bad
yes!
News Bears?
I
knew it. I knew it.
I didn't go. I didn't go. Oh man.
Dude, how can you not pick fucking Tanner?
You can't.
fucking-
You
Dude.
can't say any of his lines on
Don't
camera.
say any of his lines.
No, I will say this one.
No.
Hey, Yankees, you can take your apology and your trophy and shove them up your ass.
Then they were drinking beer.
And the rest I cannot say. Just go watch the movie.
Holy shit.
From
that's great.
1976.
I fucking knew you were
That's a
gonna
great
pick him.
call.
And
That's
my
great.
number 1 of all time original cast members, and you can catch these on whatever reruns or whatever, or YouTube or whatever. It's the whole original cast from The Little Rascals, right
All right.
from Spanky. He was the president of what club?
Spectre Vision.
That was the He-Man Woman's Haters Club.
It was.
I knew that before even looking at your notes.
Yep.
I knew that.
Alfalfa, who was Spanky's best friend and loved Darla. Chubsy Wubsy.
Sure.
Chubsy Wubsy, he was that. Yeah, he kind of looked like me. But at the he actually died at the age of 21 from being overweight.
Fucking
Damn.
21?
How old?
20.
How
He died at
21. How
he
big
died-
was that kid?
really big dude.
Damn.
Yeah, he was really big. And Darla, she actually was 3 years old when she first signed her first contract in 1935. And that was on the original Little Rascals show. I forgot the name of it, but
Our gang.
Our Gang.
Our Gang,
And that
yeah.
was in night. And Buckwheat, forgot his real name. I didn't write that down. But he was originally cast as a girl, but morphed into a boy because he was Stymie's little sister when he first started on the show.
No shit.
And then they said, you know what, this isn't working, so he just turned into Buckwheat.
And then he
These kids are probably.
and then he grew up to be Eddie Murphy.
Yes, exactly. But do you remember Miss Crabtree?
Yep.
And she asked Buckwheat that one important question.
What's that?
How do you spell dictate?
Ow.
And Well, it's Dictate, and that's exactly how buckwheat spelled it. And she goes, "You're absolutely right." Now he said, "Can you use that in a sentence?" He goes, "Yeah. Hey, Darla, how does my dictate?"
Oh God.
There you go.
You guys need a break.
You're up to bat.
Who needs a break? Oh, that cool
No, I-
breeze just came in.
Cool breeze.
Oh,
Actually,
by the way, if this gets up
And anyways,
on
that's-
tonight, I'm working at Chuck and Holy's tonight.
yes, you are.
This show might not be the best selling point, but hey.
Oh, no,
I'll
we'll
be
get it
here.
up.
I'm slinging beers right here, Central Ave.
Absolutely.
All right, so those were amazing. Mine, I'm going to preface by saying I'm going in a direction. They're not necessarily my favorite, but tragic endings for these 4 kids.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Kind of like
and they were really good.
your pick.
They
I
were
see
really good
dead
and
people.
memorable. You kind of like they jump out in your mind. That's what I came up with. All right, the first I'm going with was Brad Renfro.
Who was?
Oh,
He
why
was
do I
in
know
The
that?
Client when he was like 11 years old.
Okay.
That John Grisham thing.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah.
11 years old, not 10 years old. Susan Sarandon. He witnessed something.
Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah.
Really good actor. Really good actor. And a lot of like indie stuff and all that. But then he got into the drugs like a lot of the young kids do, right? And he overdosed
do.
at 25 years old. He stole a boat, by the way.
He still what?
He stole a boat when he was like
Oh,
23
stole.
from like
I
a
thought-
neighbor.
I thought you said still afloat.
Yeah, he stole. Well, he could be.
Unless
He's-
he died in the river.
He stole a boat, and they were like, "Dude, what are you doing?"
So he's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, all right.
Moving on. All right,
Who's your next dead child actor?
Heather O'Rourke.
Oh, fuck!
Oh,
You fucking think I'm creepy. You
Heather O'Rourke,
insensitive
wasn't
prick.
Wasn't
No!
she the blonde that was
I
in
saw
that?
Poltergeist, right? She was great in Poltergeist. That's
She
what I'm saying.
was.
She was my age, literally born 2 days before me, or something.
So
like that.
if she wasn't dead, she would be 49.
yeah,
She had a horrible, unfortunate disease.
she was
Oh,
sick
did she?
Yeah, she was
as
sick.
balls.
Yeah.
But in Poltergeist, she was like just amazing. Just like, how are you a little kid and doing this?
Yeah.
That
and
was
then,
amazing.
They said, she
What year
woke
was
up,
Poltergeist? What year?
That was
85, 86,
Was it that?
87,
That
80, 87. I don't know.
was it that old?
I
thought it
didn't
was
do
like,
that much
I thought it was like
research.
way
You guys know
earlier.
that.
but I don't know. I don't.
So she had a debilitating disease, and the doctors couldn't diagnose it. And one night she got sick.
It was her lungs.
Yeah, and she went into bed with her parents and said, "I don't feel good." Next morning, she's sitting at the breakfast table. She couldn't eat, and her mom was like, "Your fingers are frozen, and they're blue," and she had cardiac arrest, like right
Wow.
there.
Oh my God.
And her last words to her mom, "I love you."
Wow.
Young kid, 12 years old.
That's fucking insane.
Can you imagine that? Like,
No.
I was 12 when she was 12. I don't
She.
Nope. See, now I'm crying.
She
Fuck.
did. She did go into the light.
Shit, Jack. I didn't mean to do that. Let's bring it up a little bit.
Actually, I wasn't crying. I was fucking sweating. It's fucking hot out here.
It is. Let's wrap this shit up.
We're going to land this plane soon.
So, River Phoenix. Come on.
Oh.
Nick Ruin.
Yes.
Stand By Me. That was it. Like, he's got a bunch of siblings with weird-ass names, and they're all crazy as fuck. But River Phoenix and Stand By Me was fucking unreal.
We're
But
fine.
then-
I got my own.
Then he, like, kind of mixed some drugs at the Viper Room. A lot of celebs
He
were
had
there.
been off drugs for weeks and weeks, like detoxing.
Weeks.
And then that night, because his tolerance had,
Do you
y-
think...
basically, because his tolerance had weakened because he had been detoxing, he took a combination and it was too much. He was just taking what he was used to, but because he hadn't, that's
Yeah.
what caused the problem.
But Keanu Reeves was there. You
Everybody,
think
dude,
that changed?
everybody was there.
Because Keanu Reeves is apparently the nicest guy on the fucking planet.
Everybody was there.
Really?
Keanu Reeves, Flea from the Chili Peppers
Flea.
was there. Everybody was there. It was like a who's who.
I bet Ralph Macchio was there.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm
Ralph.
sure.
They
Who-
didn't
who
invite
knows?
him to that shit. Like
Everybody
that.
was
Yeah.
there.
Johnny Lawrence? No.
Johnny
All right.
Lawrence.
Well, I'm gonna
Love
save,
that show.
I'm gonna save my underrated. So we got to go. Where am I going? One of these. You said Fred Savage.
I
can't
forgot
use
my.
that.
Yeah.
Hang on. I forgot to say my overrated, but you go ahead.
I always like Todd Bridges. You went Willis.
Didn't
you
Todd-
went
I went Arnold.
Arnold. I'm
Sure.
going Willis. This
Todd
motherfucker-
Bridges.
Todd Bridges.
Didn't he?
He was on different
blow up
shows.
a car.
He did everything. Like every drug you could think of, everything imaginable, and the dude pulled it together.
He did.
He's the one who's not, And I looked up to Willis. I did.
Well, he was the big brother.
He was. He didn't.
You
he
mean
didn't-
Willis looked up to you because he was kind of short.
No.
No, that was Gary Coleman. Was kind
That was
of
Gary. I got them all mixed up. Sorry.
Stop right there.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. He would say it to Willis. Oh boy. And all right, here we go. Most underrated. She's older than me, by the way.
underrated.
Underrated.
Okay.
Actress. Child actress.
Okay.
I had to look at my notes. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Tiffany Brissett, who was the robot in Small Wonder.
Oh, fuck a doodle do. I don't know how many people are even going to get
Did
that.
you just say fuck a doodle do?
Yeah, I don't even know how
It
many
was
people
the worst
watching are
show
going to get that.
of all time.
I've never heard of it.
It was
Just
on
go
Channel
look it up.
5.
Yes, it was like 4:30 on a Saturday. You're 11 years old.
It had
You're
a
like,
weird time slot.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just didn't make sense. And she's a robot, but no one in the community knew she was a robot.
Her father built her, who worked for like an IBM or some shit like that.
By the way, her brother on the show in real life is so fucked up. I almost put him down. It's Jeremy something, but I couldn't. I thought that was too obscure. But at least people know.
I don't know how
I'm
many
gonna shut
fucking
up
people. Jesse the Body Ventura was actually a guest star on an episode of Small Wonder.
You should know that show.
You
then.
should know that show.
go watch it.
Go watch it. Right?
Like,
It's
she
worth a
didn't go to
YouTube
sc- like,
look. You'll
the
you'll
girl-
see.
the girl's
Small
like-
Wonder on Channel
Yes.
5.
She's like
Fox.
12 years old, 11 years old. Why don't you go to school? Because I'm a robot. Did she cook and clean and
Like
Yeah, she
like
did.
Rosie
so what?
from the Jetsons?
What did the
I'm
parents?
pretty sure her father built her like to be basically like Rosie the maid from the Jetsons.
That's a great idea for a show.
Yeah, it is.
Hey man, it was the 80s, man.
It was the 80s.
I wasn't smoking. I didn't even sound like a hippie.
Yeah.
Others on my list were Alyssa Milano, Brian Bonzel, Fred Savage.
Great.
And yeah, mine was Ralphie from The Christmas Story.
All right.
But
Jack.
it's what day?
Yeah, go with the date.
Yeah,
We're running out of
it's
time.
August 24th. We're not running out. We're fine. August 24th. Go to YouTube, watch us, Peekskillmugs, follow us, comment, etc., etc. On this day in sports, really quick, August 24th, 1912, New York City holds their very first ticket tape parade for Jim Thorpe and the U.S. Olympians. Remember last week when
I don't
said,
feel so bad about Small Wonder anymore.
Listen, but do you remember last week? Do you remember last week when I told the story about Jim Thorpe finding the fucking shoes
Oh yeah,
in the dumpster?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
So
I
he went
recall.
on to win all those
yes, I
gold
wasn't-
medals,
I wasn't
and,
that drunk.
and then a week later, whatever, in 1912, they hold a ticker tape parade because he was the top Olympian. August 24th, 1989, Pete Rose suspended for life for gambling.
Oh
Wow.
Want to bet? Here, we got one NFL talk. You want to bet the Jets versus the Bills on October 14th?
Sure. We're betting.
I say if the Bills win, you have to get a Bills tattoo. If the
No.
Jets win, I'll get a Jets tattoo.
Oh, that's heavy.
Wow.
What do you think?
We'll be back next week to talk
We'll
about
be
that.
back next
Well, let
week.
me ask you one question because I never.
Go ahead.
I got thin blood.
I never chime in.
So
on
do
that.
I. I'm on blood thinners and Tito's and margaritas. Fucking great. What an asshole I am.
Don't get me on that shit. I ain't gonna start mixing. But
All right, whatever.
let me ask you one question because I never get in the too much football talk. But you're a Jets fan. Always have been.
Yep.
Always will be. And,
Yes.
and God bless you. My heart is with you. In your opinion, will Aaron Rodgers be worth a fuck this season?
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah.
I think the roster around him is very solid. Defensively, offensive weapons. They're all young. Key positions, left tackle, right tackle, quarterback. That's Aaron Rodgers. They're all older, injury prone. They're pretty freaking
You know what?
important.
As long as
They're
they
pretty freaking important positions.
as long as they protect him,
If they can
he's going to be
protect him,
fine.
Yes. They got a future Hall of Famer at left tackle, Tyrone Smith. who played for Dallas, but he hasn't played a full season in 6 years. Then Morgan Moses on the other side. He's 6'5", 340 pounds, coming off a foot injury. It's kind of tough, you know.
It is.
Putting that body weight.
We're literally.
But I think
Is that
I'm
a
not.
word?
Everyone's saying
Literally?
Super
Yeah, you said it
Bowl.
right.
Just get me to the playoffs, and I'll be
Yes,
happy.
exactly.
It's
but
been too long.
it's 12 more days until the NFL season opener, which is September 5th. How fast was this fucking summer?
Yeah, it's going. Yeah,
Oh,
Going to be
God,
2025.
Yeah, it did go fast.
Should we do like a?
No, we tried that last year and it didn't work.
No, we're going to make it work. It's going to be so easy if we do like a pick 'em.
We tried this last year.
No, I'll make it so easy.
All right, then we're dependent on you.
Well, we're fucked.
All right, let's just do some shout-outs.
Well, hang on.
All right.
Let's just
Go
do,
ahead.
Let me just hit
No,
on.
we got nothing but time.
Before we wrap up, let me make one more.
Oh shit, I got to work soon.
Yeah,
you're
Craig.
fine.
Yeah, Craig's got to get behind the bar soon. We'll try to get this up as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, you guys come see me.
All right, go ahead, T.
So yeah, just for our buddy John O'Reilly who was here, we just want to
Oh,
remind
that's
you,
right.
Wednesday night, September 18th at Whiskey River on Division Street, there is a whiskey tasting along with food pairings. Tickets. It's a ticketed event. The tickets are $150. You can pick up the tickets at the physical location at Whiskey, or you can call them to reserve your tickets. The doors are at 6 o'clock. And it's a private event, so you'll have your elbow room, and all are
Yep.
welcome. And we
And
love it up there.
Grab your friends.
And we love
Yeah,
those guys.
absolutely.
If you like
We've
whiskey,
done the podcast there.
Yep. And
Yep.
yeah, so John, Nathan's up there, our buddy
Cynthia.
Ronan, Cynthia. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out, September 18th, and
Yep.
we might make an appearance. We'll see.
And remember, if it's raining, rain makes corn, corn makes whiskey, whiskey makes my girl frisky. Show up at the Whiskey River.
And that shit's all inside anyway. So yeah,
No, if it's raining, show up anyways. It's all inside. All right, just some final shout-outs. What do you think?
Sure.
I don't know.
All the normals. All the normals.
Shout-outs.
But I do have one final shout-out, and she's Cindy from Texas.
Cindy Lou, where are you?
How'd you know that? That's great. Actually, it's your turn playing chess, and tomorrow is her 62nd birthday. Happy birthday to Cindy.
Happy
from Texas.
birthday, Cindy.
Happy birthday,
birthday.
baby.
All right,
Um,
finish up because
All right,
this
all right.
sun
I'm
has
gonna
come
just,
through my back
all right, I'm
right
gonna
now.
apologize right now for this joke.
Never
and there's
apologize
no
for a joke.
No, but there's no judgment zone, whatever. So do you remember the movie where the really big guy was walking the kid into the forest? And he was hand in hand with him. They just kept going deeper and deeper into the forest. And then the little kid looked up and said, "Hey, mister, it's getting really dark and scary in here." And the guy looked down at him and said, "Yeah, think of me. I got to walk out of here alone."
And that was a little kid episode.
Yes.
That was child actors. What movie was that?
We might not post this one.
Yeah, we will.